Welcome back to the Abbey Medieval Tournament, the largest and most authentic medieval festival in Australia. A week of festivities culminating in 2 days of enthralling pageantry, music, dance, arts and crafts, and breathtaking displays of knightly prowess. The tournament spans 1,000 years, from the Dark Ages of Europe to the Byzantine courts, on to the High Middle Ages or the flamboyant world of Turkish janissaries. From bewitching gypsy dance troupes to ferocious Vikings, it has it all.
So the day begins with a grand parade where we have the 580 medieval reenactors who we've got coming to the festival will parade out of the castle facade and basically be introduced to the public so everyone knows who they are. And they will then line up, and so there's this big picture of all the groups, which is very impressive.
Reenactment groups set up camp around the tournament grounds. Their attention to detail was phenomenal as they paid homage to their chosen peoples by portraying their lifestyle.
Janissary barracks. Janissary is actually a name come from Turkish Janissary, which means new soldiers, and basically represent the elite Ottoman army group. Janissaries were basically the soldiers that actually originally taken from Christian families, the kids, and brought up as soldiers.
What kind of time do you put into making sure everything's historically correct, I guess?
It becomes a little bit really crazy because we put a lot of time and effort looking at the books and website, and even we actually send emails and calls to Turkey, expert people, and trying to get extra information. Everything based on original designs as much as possible. That's one of the things about this tournament. If the group is not actually original, then they don't accept you.
With a Turkish group like the Janissary barracks, I just have to try the local produce. You know what that means? Turkish delight. One, please. Oh, that's really you.
Our group is actually represent mid-15th centuries, and that was the time when the Ottoman Turks really became very dominant in Europe, particularly, and Middle Eastern area. And they were the superpower of the time. With that, they actually in 1453 they ended the Byzantine Empire by capturing Constantinople.
So you said you ended the Byzantine Empire, so that would be the new Hungarian Guard who are right beside you. They're from that period, and so they would have been, I guess, the enemy. Is that right?
That's right. And in 1453, by capturing Constantinople, the Ottoman Turks actually ended the life of Varangian Guards.
So how are you going camp next to the Varangian Guards? Is there a bit of rivalry there?
No, we love them and they love us. Actually, all the groups here, they really encourage each other, they help each other, and they support each other. It's good. Of course, we pull each other's legs every now and then.
Well, it's good to see 500 years on, everyone can be friends.
Exactly.
From the new Varangian Guard, I hear the new Varangian Guard were beat by Janissary barracks, the Turks. How do you feel about that?
Dirty Turks, filthy Turks. There's many names for Turks.
But are you friends now?
If we have to be, I suppose.
Long-standing devotee to the unsung heroes of the Byzantine combats, Patrick Urquhart has dedicated over 20 years to educating people about not only the combats but day-to-day life of his group back in the Middle Ages.
Okay, well the group is the new Varangian Guard, and it's obviously the new version of the old Varangian Guard, the original Varangian Guard, who were the Byzantine Emperor's personal bodyguards in Constantinople, about the period 950 to 1204. So they were like Viking warriors who were hired by the Byzantines as the Emperor's personal bodyguard because they were so ferocious in battle. Okay, and what we do is try and recreate the combat lifestyle and craft skills of the time as much as possible.
The new Varangian Guard reenacted a huge warlike combat on the main field, getting back to the days of old and coming up against former enemies once more.
The Byzantine Empire had lots of enemies, so they had lots of battles, so we have lots of things to choose from. Ultimately, the difference between us and a lot of the other groups is we're not knights. We don't go out and make single combat challenges and get favours from the ladies and that sort of thing. When we go out in the big field, we go out as an army. And we fight as soldiers in a group, so it's teamwork, and we fight to win and to kill our enemies. It's heroic combat, which is about Viking warriors, they're pagans, for them battle is glory,